Cheers.
Here we are. So this happened. I'm Jen.
I'm Rachel.
And we are here today with Jennifer Short of Color Therapy. Yay. Have a fun intro. Yes, my friend Chat wrote this, but it's so good that we have to actually say it out loud. Okay, tonight we have a guest who has been transforming women from the outside in for nearly 30 years. And then somewhere along the way, she gave herself permission to be transformed too. She's a hairstylist, a breathwork practitioner, an entrepreneur, a human design devotee, and honestly, one of the most interesting people in Wichita. Jennifer Short of Color Therapy is here, and we have a lot to get into. But first, we're going to play This or That.
Oh, right.
Right into it. I'm so excited.
I am excited.
Now, here's something fun. So you haven't seen them.
No.
You didn't pay attention. You're like,
I wrong, but I was like, I really wanted to have it be
Yeah.
I really do respond with my sacral. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a gut
Yes.
It's perfect.
Same.
To keep things fair, I also haven't looked at them. For cover.
You didn't look at it?
I didn't look at them. Nope. So hopefully you got some good ones.
that'll be good.
These are generated by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Generated.
Generated. Damn straight.
Okay.
My prompts become their prompts. Okay. I love this first one though. Okay. Journaling or talking it out? We'll start with Jennifer.
Okay, I kind of was hoping that you were gonna say that because I do, without getting too long-winded, have a little story behind that.
Go.
Did not journal for the longest time because I did not actually want written evidence of how actual fucked up. Oh, can I cuss?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is narcissism. Listen.
I did not want evidence that could be used against me that my brain worked in that way. And I had a friend in middle school that her mom wrote these really explicit journals, and my friend and I read them, and then she told her dad because her mom was having an affair with the pastor.
Oh my gosh, you read that?
It was like there should have been Fabio in front of it. But I watched my friend's whole family fall apart, and it was all because her mom left evidence of what her thoughts and what was happening.
Oh my goodness. In middle school?
Yeah. So it's just I feel like there was a mental note. I feel like in my life, the way my design is, I go through life because I like shortcuts. So I go through life. And when I see something really tragic, it's like, okay, mental note, never do that.
Yeah, I'm
mental note, never do that. Yeah, and so it was like, okay, don't journal, because if you journal, nobody can use it against you.
That's true.
But you also don't have evidence of how far you grew.
The documentation.
Correct.
And so I honestly started using Facebook about 2 years ago to really start capturing at least an essence of my journey.
Yeah.
So that I have evidence.
Yes.
Of pictures,
Kind of like a
and
scrap,
interaction.
like a digital scrapbook. Yes.
I love that.
So I do think it's important to grow.
Uh-huh.
So I'm playing with it. I'm getting curious.
Good.
My journaling looks like shorthand. Nobody could ever actually read it. I don't know what it is right now.
I'm
Chicken string.
It's like bullet point. It's
okay.
like the courthouse shorthand that nobody could read.
So wait, what were the questions? It was journaling or
talking it out.
okay, well what do you think you do most of? Is my
Talk it out.
Okay.
I talk it out with my clients. My clients talk it out with me.
Oh, that's so true. I know we talked a lot of things that
I'm similar in the respect that same for the same reasons to a degree of it, especially if it's something that is really painful, whether it's your fault or not, or something else that's hurting you, or just things that are worrying you or making you anxious. Writing them down seems to make them more real. And I'm not one of those I'm not Carrie Bradshaw. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be today big dumped me again, or left me I'm not gonna write about that stuff. But I do always have a journal, but I very rarely write in it. But I do love it because I, to this day, look back on my journaling from 5 years ago. And I honestly, a lot of times, like, again, the growth. I used to write about the very terrible things I'd gone through. And I see the date, and back 5 years ago, I look at the date that I did write it, and I was like, wow, that wasn't that long ago. And look how far I've come. And that made me feel very good, but also kind of still made an ick come out. But like, so it's both. It goes both ways. So I really have an appreciation for journaling, but my personality is, I don't know if it's a time restraint thing, but also my brain has so many different, like, I'm a spider web of thoughts about my feelings. So I don't have the time to write all 5 of them down. So, like, all 5 directions of my thoughts about what I'm going through. So I talk it out. Jen knows. Her ears are so burning.
We talked through.
We were on the phone for 5 minutes, and I think I went through 20 thoughts.
Except for like a week and a half.
And then I went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't even let you finish your sentence. What? Like, after I went.
Well, actually, like, that's kind of why I called you, because I knew that we were going to need to do that before we did it.
She was like, I need to empty Rachel's brain first, so I'm going to do this.
That is a good
No, she's amazing. She knows. But so yeah, I would say I talk it out more often, but I have mad respect for journaling, and I really see it. It's like what's so good about it.
I've had an interesting journey with journaling. I started journaling in 2nd grade because this has a lot of facets.
Okay.
My mom thought it would be a good idea for me to journal. I think she may have journaled when she was little. She thought it was a good idea, and so she gave me my first journal, and I was in 2nd grade.
She could read it.
She did.
Oh, sorry, Ruth.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, though. She did. Yeah, I know. Linda read my freaking diary. Not just once. And like, so I would like not write in it for a long time. Then I'd start writing in a diary again. And then find out she read it. So then I would start hiding it. And then like she would find out hiding it. But like I still kept doing it. And I kept all my journals. However, in my past marriage, my ex-husband threw them all in the dumpster.
Yeah, shit. And that's so
Yes.
fucking effed up.
It's so effed
That's
up.
your pen to paper that you'll never
That's
get
my
out.
documentation of life, like so my whole life. There was one that was left, and it was the one where it was the last part of my pregnancy with Macy.
Oh.
So I do have that one still.
have it.
I do
Okay.
still have that one. Yes, I
Gee,
have
that's
the
still-
last part of my pregnancy with Macy, and yeah, and I never finished that journal. Like I just stopped. But Tim, because I do internally, you both probably know that I am so bad about internalizing literally everything. It takes like a major tug of war to get stuff out of me sometimes. And but Tim, for Valentine's Day, because I'm going through a new health journey myself right now, he got me a journal for Valentine's Day. And he even wrote out on the first page about how he's going to be there every step of the way to support me, and he hopes that I use this journal for documenting and sharing my feelings and encouragement or discouragement, those kinds of things throughout. And so that just really, for me, full circle, like from my ex-husband throwing them all in the dumpster to...
That means a lot.
And I don't even think Tim thought about that when he got me this journal. I think he's just that thoughtful that he's like, this would be nice for her because I know that she likes to do this stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, honestly, like one of the sweetest gifts I think I've ever gotten. And it was just so meaningful to me and very full circles.
And because you
I'm
are
a-
very good.
I'm a writer.
I think, yeah, you definitely don't talk it out unless I ask the right questions at the right time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I can sense it, and and you can tell because I go, and then the next time I go a little bit more with my tongue. I feel like, and then you
It's
go, and
the
then you go,
sweetest little nudge that she'll get.
and then I hear that breath, and I go, bring
It's
it
all
out, bring it
right.
out. What is it? What is it? And yes, but no, I totally get that in a lot of regards because I still do, even when I write in my journal, I still do write in the sense, on a positive way and like kind of an a way towards like, if, as dark as this might be, if I die and someone finds my journals,
Right? And that's what I've always thought. I feel like, how cool would that be?
But-
And you're a legend. Lives on.
but it depends on what mood I'm in when I do write in them. Some of them I go, like, sometimes I write to my past self. Sometimes I write to my future self. Sometimes I write to a part of me. Sometimes I write to a friend. I've even read, like, letters to my family members and stuff in there, and like thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. And so, and not just to like, hey, this is for when they die, but like if they ever were to, it's more for my processing. But yeah, and that was a great question. We could go into that.
I know that one. We went some places there. Okay, so the next one. Are we morning ritual people or are we night wind down people?
Okay, because of my, and I'll just get this out of the way, because of my neurospicy, which is for me ADHD, but I call it neurospicy.
I love that.
I need,
I'm forever gonna use that.
like, so I naturally resist like routines and habit stacking, but I do best with that.
Right.
That's what I respond best with. And
Yes.
I hate accountability, but I need accountability in order to be successful.
Yeah.
So in my morning, like I definitely am a coffee person, and I have a certain playlist that I listen to every single day.
That's really cool.
It's 2026, so it shall be, and it's all my like mantra and like get it girl kind of music.
Of course.
Like
That's
it's
great.
kind of like living in a Disney movie all the time.
Romanticize that.
As you should.
Yeah.
But then at night, like I do a like when I get in bed, I definitely call back all my energies, because like when you go and leave your essence out with people, even in thoughts and conversation, and then you try to be present in something, if you don't call back your energies, like you're not going to get the best sleep, you're not going to be the best present. So I kind of try to call my energies back in, and then find some things that I'm grateful for, and like really feel into it, to that moment. Like I'm so thankful, grateful for that moment, you know. And then I try to say at least 10 times, like the universe is here to support me. The universe is here to support me.
I love
Like
that.
by saying that, like it's until you believe it. And I've done it for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Straight. So it's like those moments when you don't feel like the universe is here to support you, that like having had that programmed into your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like you enjoy your wind down in the evenings more,
Yeah.
because the
I'm
morning
not a
feels
morning
more
person.
pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. I totally understand that. I am more of an evening person, wind down, because same as you, actually, you described it really, really well. I find that pressure of needing to show up so anxiety feeling, but I also love it and I'm excited for it, especially if it's something that like is like, hey, this is a goal I want and this is what I have to do to reach that goal. Then like I'm like anxiously excited, but also like nervous to do it. I don't know, you described it perfectly. To where like having those commitments is so like but I do so much better with routines.
Right.
I feel better with routines. But for some reason I resist them so much. Even when I'm like tired, my body busies itself to make myself feel more comfortable. Even in the evenings when like, okay, I could just go to sleep. I'm like, oh, I could go do this thing in my house. I could go do this thing in my house. Oh, I could make a list. Oh, I could sit here and watch. Oh, now I like this show.
That's
It's
one,
you know, like it's all over the place. And I get what you're saying about calling back your energies too, because especially if you're in different environments or around a lot of new people or different situations, or not even new people, but just new feelings even. I rerun things in my head all the time in the evenings.
yeah.
And I think that makes me almost like maybe I'm less of an evening person. That's just when all of everything hits me. So it takes a while for me to debrief in the evenings to disperse all of that and put it in the right place so I can actually go to bed,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make
So
sense.
I'm more of an evening person, but I used to like wake up at 6 a.m. and go running and then shower and then go to work. Where's that girl? Like, no, thank you.
Seasons of life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So it's a mixture because I do love quiet mornings when I can have a slow morning. But you know, when I need to get ready and go to work and all that, it is like I'm more of an evening person because that feels more like me time.
Yeah.
And it feels more
It's like the me
focused
time.
internally. Then in the morning, I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about what I have to go do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think I'm a little bit of both. I will never claim to be a morning person ever. But on the weekend mornings when we don't have big things to get out and do, or in hotel rooms, I love the morning.
Yeah.
Because I like to get up and I like to put on my eye patches and I like to
Yes.
make my coffee and do my skincare
Yeah.
and watch a cute show for a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe get on my laptop and just ease into
Ease
the
into the
day.
day.
Right.
See, hell yeah. When I retire, if I ever can, I'll be a morning person.
And so those are things that I enjoy about, like, if I were a morning person every day,
Yes.
I could maybe do that. I think that would
yeah.
be nice. But the honest truth is, I am a wind down person. I like to just, I don't know, decompress from the day, but escape into something else. Like, I've even been.
Escape is part of it as well.
Yeah.
makes
Like
sense.
lately, it's been Downton Abbey or Lucifer. Tim and I are rewatching Lucifer, and it's hilarious.
Or even gal time like this.
Or yeah, something like this. Yeah, just
This
talking.
is a
Yeah.
good escape. Like,
Yes.
I know it's
Yeah.
still like encounter, but it's more of a relaxing escape, you know?
Yeah, it's a fun thing to get to do for sure.
I mean,
We're just having our own little girls' night
I
together
know.
with a microphone, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we'll do one more. Okay, I love this one. Outgrow the room or build a bigger one?
It's a tough one.
I know.
I would say build a bigger one. Like, don't stay stuck. Like, that's probably the biggest thing. Like, if you look at my story, like, as the hero's journey, if you will, like,
Yes.
all right, like, everybody's story is the hero's journey. That's
Yeah.
the story of life, right?
Yes.
But like, it's definitely like I stayed stuck in one place for a long time.
Yeah.
That had spoke small to me.
Yeah.
And every room I went into, and that made me believe it. And then I went to a different town, and everybody allows different, there's so many different voices,
Yeah.
and there's so many that are willing to say, this room's not big enough for me,
Yeah.
and then, like, yeah.
It's good to have that option too, you know.
And
That-
But I also, in all honesty, like, real quick, like, what I'm looking for in the room is my joy and not the size of it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So,
Yes, I
like,
think that's an important thing to
success for
say.
me now is, does it feel juicy, and does it give me
Yes.
the freedom of my morning
Yeah.
to give me my joy back?
Yeah.
And maybe I don't make as much money, but that freedom of time is so much more for
Does
me.
it make you feel
Right?
wholesome?
Like, so, but I'm not judging my room or what I'm in by somebody else's standards.
Yeah.
It's only my standards.
Yeah.
And my standards are big for what my joy is.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like consumer.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not necessarily my closet. or
Yes,
my
yes.
person.
Oh,
or
yeah.
my-
Absolutely.
a brick and mortar building.
It's
or
experience
like
and connection
yes,
and relationships.
it's like being present.
And growing your own self in that regard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I'd say similar. There's a quote, I don't remember who had said it, but it's like, some people are waiting for the next door to open. If you don't have a door, build a door.
Oh yeah.
Build a door. Make your own door. Go somewhere new, open a new opportunity for yourself. And I mean, it doesn't always work that easily. Sometimes building a door is tough. But so I would say make the room bigger as well, because also if you make the room bigger, I feel like as long as you keep the good energy about, like we have, like you will just attract, and like you have, you'll just attract the right people, and the right opportunities kind of will just align and fall into place. Like,
Yeah.
our timing has just been impeccable with like the guests aligning. We hadn't even
Yeah.
planned. We didn't even like plan lining up our guests with like the stuff that was going on like throughout the last year. We've been doing this since we started, and it just all has like patterned out well.
Yeah.
Serendipity, or whatever you want to call it. I think
Yeah.
just make the room bigger. You know.
I love that. Yes.
And so I'd say make it bigger. I of course want, but I never feel the space sounds kind of like oh, look at me, you know?
Yes,
And I never
yes.
want to be like that. Of course, fill it with good energy
Yeah.
while you're there,
Yeah.
but build a door with it. That
Build a door
good
with it.
energy.
I love that ventilation. I think in the younger parts of my career, I was very much I'm going to outgrow this place. I'm going to outgrow this place kind of person. But that was until I really started appreciating community and the community that I was building along the way. And I've had a lot of different communities, and I've had a lot of different friendships, and I've also had friendships that I've shed throughout this time. And early in my career, I thought it was because I had outgrown a room. But honestly, it was just me moving through different chapters of my life and seeing that I could, what was the thing?
Well, also there's condos, you know.
Build a bigger one. I built my community kept growing, and I noticed, I'm only letting go of a few people, and the reason I'm letting go of these people is because they're toxic, or they just they don't necessarily fit into my life the way that they used to.
And that
Which
doesn't
is not
necessarily
a bad
mean
thing.
they won't come back around when the
Yes,
time
because sometimes they
Right.
do. And,
Vibration.
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I'm gonna.
It's recently happened.
It has recently happened, and it's happened in a really interesting way that I never really thought it would. It was definitely been with the live streaming situation. When you don't even know this, so
I saw your live stream post, yeah.
it was crazy because
I didn't read all of it. So
for not everyone, I don't know how many people that watch this podcast know that I have another podcast that I've had for 9 years called Making a Marketer. And
we love Megan. Hi,
we love Megan, my co-host Megan. She's out in San Diego. That podcast, we recently had a really awesome live streamer on, and we've wanted her on for years. Her name is Luria Petrucci, and she is her company is called Live Streaming Pros, and someone I've looked up to in the industry for literally a decade. And so on that episode, we went live. And it was amazing, but it was also a disaster because Megan's internet, for whatever reason, that day kept going in and out. And in the early part of season 9, which is the season that we're in on Making a Marketer right now, I had kind of pulled away a little bit because I felt like I wasn't attached to that community as much anymore, and I felt shy to be outreach, to reach out to people. Who am I to reach out to these people? They probably don't even remember who I am. I was really in my head. I was so far in my head. And finally I told Megan about this. So she's like, Jen, it's pretty little. No, that's not the case. And
I love Megan. She's just like, this is what needs to happen. I need to get her number for when I'm freaking out.
We'll do a girls'
Have
club.
somebody in your pocket that can talk you off the edge of the cliff.
So we went live. It was a disaster, but it was also really fun. The episode was insane. So good. So many nuggets. It was so weird, though, because the day that episode published, was also the episode that we went live. Last Thursday,
we did.
It was crazy. We went live, and it wasn't perfect.
No.
It was definitely first time feelings, but it was so good.
We did it live next to each other because
in my dining room.
in case I have to be traveling for work, we wanted to make sure that it could work.
Right. Yeah. So we're just pressing buttons.
Yeah. And then I was like, hi guys, my laptop died.
So it's in the middle of the episode.
It's funny, I watched that part and it was like, it went dark on half, and then it was like, I died. Like I was over here saying I died.
Yeah, I love that part because I thought it was funny.
And I was like, just let me on yours, Jen.
Switch on over, we're buddies.
And I was like, hi, I'm back.
So I thought that was really cool that those episodes dropped on the same day.
That's funny.
And what I had learned from this entire thing, one, I is reinvigorated my passion. I want to go live for a reason. I'm figuring that out right now. I'm gonna figure out what that's gonna be. But it has re-engaged me into this community of amazing social media marketers, live streamers, people that I used to be connected to. And now I feel worthy of that again for some reason.
Well, I see that and feel that in you, Jen, too. Like, you
Thank
have
you.
this extra glow of confidence around you. Like, you always have, but it's It's getting like a different layer of it is shinier, and I can tell.
Thank you.
And
Well, that's exciting.
And I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see. You were just always doing amazing shit. I love it.
Thank you. Well, what I love about this is they say, sir, you are who you surround yourself with, and we are a room of people that want to like just outgrow and keep building another room.
Shoot, I'll take friends.
Let everyone love us and love everyone while we're at it, and just keep making new friends.
We've all agreed on like basically every one of those questions, but these have led us into amazing talking points.
I know, and it's built a really great foundation for what I think the rest of the conversation is going to be. So
yeah.
now it's time to dive into who Jennifer is.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes. Okay. So,
Which one? I'm surrounded.
this one.
I know.
Okay. So, Wichita didn't just give you a new market. You're coming from Hutchinson.
Yes.
And Wichita didn't just give you a new market, it gave you a new identity, which we kind of alluded to in this or that. That's the magic of this or that. Yeah. So what did that actually feel like in real time? And was there a moment where you noticed something had shifted?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Hutchinson, and when I became a hairdresser in 97, I remember, like, that was just growing up. It was like you found a profession, you got in it, and you worked it until you died, and that was what your identity in life was. And your only value in life was showing up and doing that thing, and ultimately trying to be good at it, but that's it. You work and you die. But it was also like a dichotomy of I'm a hairdresser, so like it's not a college education. So then it wasn't like I never felt in Hutchinson like I was a business owner.
Yeah.
Even though I actually owned a business.
Yeah.
I was just a hairdresser. Like,
It's on the market.
and then you come to Wichita, and Wichita is so infectious with like incubators and like business building and all these things, and it's such an environment, and you get recognized, and they're like, "What are you talking about? You have multiple businesses." And I was like, "Oh, they're hobbies."
Yourself, which is crazy.
No, that's what I love about Wichita. Like with the last few years, like honestly, even more than a few years. Like I feel like it's just been like going like this with the way that it's like small business.
Oh,
like appreciation.
I think it's been more than a few
been
years.
about
I just think it's always.
I guess that's just when I've dove in was the last like 4, like maybe even only 3 years or less that I've really dove in a bit to like get acquainted with the community that is doing that, and it's amazing.
It's pretty
all
exciting.
Of the support, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's really inspiring. I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
I do too. So in Hutchinson, you described operating small.
Yeah.
So
So I just considered that I'm just a DBA. I'm just a hairstylist.
Yeah.
And so I just kept in a I did work for Joico, so I traveled into that for 10 years part-time. And so that was kind of like my escape to get out of Kansas and like go be in the world and be worldly.
Where else did you go?
Oh, all over the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For how long?
So 10 years.
Oh my.
that's amazing. And I love that Joico is still your product of choice too.
I know. So yeah,
It's a great product, a great brand.
ridiculously.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
You cut me and I probably bleed Joico.
So how long ago was it that you really felt like you got your footing here?
Well, it was probably a little bit after COVID.
Oh, that recent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's that.
Well, I opened the year, like the month that we got shut down for COVID. I was my year anniversary of being open.
Oh.
Wow.
And they were like, congratulations, shut down.
God.
What a nightmare.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
if I was your client, I would still be coming to your house. I'd be like, hey girl, like I need to cut.
Yeah, things are still having to happen.
You can cut me on the street, not in your salon. I don't care.
So did you launched color therapy, but you were still living in Hutchinson?
No, when I launched Color Therapy, I was living here.
You're already here.
Like,
okay.
yeah, I had gone through a divorce and like after a couple of years, I started dating in Wichita because, it's not fun to have your clients sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
And we live in a small community. I mean, what else is there?
That's so true.
Yeah.
Smaller all the time.
So I dated over here, and it was like, so I ended up moving over here, and so I still drove back to Hutch and did hair there.
Yeah.
But lived, and
I'm sure it was a transition because you still had clients that you had.
yeah, because all my money was over there.
Yeah, that makes sense. But hey, where's it at now?
I know. So let's speak a little bit about that, like that, and like how the whole COVID thing, like, it gave you some clarity on what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I still went back 1 day a week and did a 12-hour day and would like make most of my money in 1 day. And the crazy thing was, at the time, I had more renters. So like there were some Saturdays I couldn't even work because I was full of girls. So, but I was driving back to Hutch still doing hair. And so when COVID shut down, like it was a thing. They weren't supposed to come to Sedgwick County to get their hair done.
Oh.
But like it was okay for me to drive from Sedgwick and do it in Reno. It
Oh,
was
that's
weird.
very interesting.
But like when it finally everything shut down, then it was like when we opened back up, it's like I think that this needs to be my focus and not keep, because I'm really keeping one foot in this door and one foot in that door, and I'm not making a decision.
Well, that's kind of like a blessing in disguise then in a way because it let you really have like a limbo time period to be like
something to blame it on.
That's
Like I have a very avoidant nature. I avoid conflict, and I don't want to let people down.
Yeah.
And so it was a way for me to say this is not feasible.
Hey, I would like to reframe that as making the most out of the worst situation.
There you go.
I'd like to reframe that. I think you shouldn't say you're avoiding things. You should say you made the best with what you were given. Because that's fair,
It's definitely how it turned out.
Yeah,
for sure. Like,
that's
look at
what
this
it is,
place.
because I completely get it.
Yeah.
But I try to be kind to myself too.
I know.
Be like,
Yeah.
I'm doing the best with what I've got.
Exactly.
Alright? And that's what I'm gonna do because that's what I'm good at is being positive.
It's so true.
Oxygen bar when we first opened. So we've done
I saw
that.
photos in your restroom.
Yeah, so we had that before COVID, but then when COVID opened back up with the oxygen bar, like it's real oxygen, but it's pushing through.
The flavors.
So like, through the scents. So like, but if you have COVID, like you're more likely to put it out in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well, our hair clients shouldn't be exposed just because somebody's recreationally breathing oxygen.
Yeah.
So I felt like a duty to like, so then like that rolled into another company and I did that for a while.
Yeah.
But we finally sold all that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
December of last year.
Yeah, congratulations. New chapter. New pivot. So you said for the first time you were in a room where people truly saw you. Speaking of in Wichita, what had rooms felt like before that for you?
Well, I never knew honestly until like I went to the Hive, like which is a networking, co-working space in the Orpheum downtown. That like there were so many other women out there like me, like with super ADHD, that like have 1,000,001 interests, that are artsy, that care about their families, that like
Are good people.
yeah. And then I got into this room and there's all these other women and they're all as overwhelming as I am. But the most beautiful thing about it, honestly, is that like, so being neurospicy, like it's very easy to get overstimulated, right? Or you're having this day and it sucks so much out of you.
Yeah,
And
even
you're
if
supposed to
it's
go
just
do this networking thing and you promise you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
And people that are neurotypical or that are authentic, they expect you to perform. And these girls don't. These girls, I can text and say, you know what, my bandwidth is a hit.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about being judged. And it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, and they can hold me accountable in a way that's gentle
And
and
genuine.
loving.
And
like,
understanding.
see me, but also like, be like, but you need to get your shit done.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see your business close. So it's all love.
I mean, that's even like that's what Jen called me before. It was a conversation because she knew I needed to dump.
Yes.
And then even when I showed up here and she was like, yeah, she just traveled. And I was like, Yeah, so I'm fine with the time to like chill and chit chat to like get me back into wearing this other hat. You know, like it's, and we just like get it. Like that's what I feel like. That's what people that understand, you know, the way we feel.
Yeah.
Handle
There's that
things.
empathy, which is so graceful.
I think that that's honestly. I know we feel like we're not graceful, but I almost feel like that makes us so much more graceful because like we're genuine.
You know, and I think one of the biggest things I learned there, like, so one of the things that everybody says that they learned the most from me is that when I moved here, like, I chose some things to change about me when I moved here.
Yeah.
So, like, if you talk to somebody that knew me in Hutchinson, one of the things they would tell you is I always run late. Like, nobody in Wichita would ever in a million years tell you that I run late.
Yeah.
I am earlier on time.
It's amazing.
Like, because I just changed that.
Yeah.
Like, I wear boho hats and big readers. Like, everybody knows that about me. And that's just part of my style. But I allowed myself the freedom to fill into what felt good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make those changes and be, like, real. So, I would say it's exciting to move because you get to allow yourself a little bit more openness to not be like, this is who I am according to everybody else.
That's
That I grew up with.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, as soon
Fuck
as
that.
escape that.
Today.
We talk so much about finding our community.
Right.
Yes.
And that's like basically all about what we are, and so that's why we're having you.
Exactly.
Totally our community.
So, speaking of neurospicy, the shift from my brain is something to manage to my brain is my superpower, that doesn't just happen overnight. So, what cracked that open for you?
I think being in a room with other women permissioned me to like be authentic and like they really didn't want the performance.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were trying
right
to
into that.
navigate being authentic themselves and what
Yeah.
that looks like. And, you know, like, I mean, I just feel like, especially women, like, we really just perform all the time. Like,
Yeah, because I feel like we've been that's kind of how society has formed us.
Yeah.
It's like a, shut up and be quiet and sit still and pretty type of situation.
Yeah,
Or
or like
like
if you cry or whine, you're weak, or
Yeah.
if something's a problem, like it's your fault because you're not trying hard enough, sort of a thing. Like in general about our society, with everybody in that regard, you know. But really, it is just, and it depends what area you grew up in too, and
Oh, that's a big
how
part
it,
of it.
you know. I went to high school in a very kind of preppy area, but you know, so I never really identified with any of them, and I found outside friends.
Right.
And luckily, have had great ones for a long, long time. Afterwards, even in college and whatnot, you know, you just, and I feel like once you find that, it just grows.
Yeah.
Grows.
Something does
Like-
just click.
Like a grape bundle. I don't know. That's what I picture. It's just the bundle of grapes getting bigger. Like I feel like that's what our communities do.
I kind of feel like the crazy thing about it though is that once you really experience that, like, unless you just end up in a situation where you get really desensitized to it, you just don't have the same tolerance
Yeah.
for the old. And I think that's what they start talking about awakening. Like,
that's cool.
It's like once you know, you can't unknow.
That's so true.
I felt that. Like I just had it come through to me, like in Breathwork is like when I abandon myself, like I don't love others better.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I actually become the thing that hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like to other people.
yeah.
Because I didn't give myself the space and stay with myself. I abandoned myself.
That makes sense.
Then I
Yep.
but we'll tell ourselves like if I will abandon how I feel about this and just stay here,
It'll be
that's
fine.
loving.
No,
But then we become resentful. We
Correct.
become bitter, we become angry.
Absolutely.
And then we're an asshole.
And
And sleep that night because we didn't show up like we were supposed
or you
to.
sleep, but you wake up grumpy and
Yeah.
angry and put it out somewhere where it doesn't belong. And that's something that a lot of people need to realize and work on. And you know, I'm really happy that we are pretty well sound in that regard. You know,
Yeah.
But even when we do come across people, once we've accepted that, even coming across people that do not have that like awareness, or that sort of choice of, you know, belonging and living, that like I still can appreciate them as a human and know like, okay, they just aren't,
Right.
They're not there yet.
they just aren't there, you know, they're dealing with something. Because I've been there.
Because you've been there. Yeah.
And so I get it. And
You don't have to be a part of the healing.
I'm not gonna
Understand it, though.
But you can understand it.
But and I can still be nice to them because I've accepted mine.
Yeah.
You know, even if they're nasty to us, or so
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing too. I love how you word your
I
answer.
know, I do too.
Because it almost makes me feel like you're wording the way I feel about things. That's great. I'm like, yeah, what she said.
No crumbs. So I've heard you talk a lot about breathwork. So for those of you who don't know, Jennifer has been doing my hair for a while, and so we know each other. Well, I feel like you probably know me a little more. No, I know you pretty well too, because we're back and forth 50-50. I feel like. Yeah. And we've been talking more and more about the breathwork as you've been kind of getting more and more into it. So you've talked about it as quite and cellular and permanent, and I love that. Can you help us understand what that actually, like, how that translates to, you know, other people that might not understand that, and what changed, you know, change what words can't capture, basically.
Right. Well, and I was really glad that I did get that question ahead of time so I could really like feel into it. 'Cause I was like, okay, how do I really explain this? Because I did have an interaction with somebody the other day that had a different experience with breath work. And she had gone to an event, and it was, there's a lot of different types of breath work. So breath is like a pattern of breathing. A way of breathing in a pattern over and over again for a certain amount of time, and then you add music to it, and it will cause our bodies to go through a whole journey.
Yeah.
And so depending on the speed and the intensity will sometimes affect how it affects our body. So, and there's more masculine breath, which would be more like a holotropic breath, and that is a very like intense, like, and it's like a very like hyperventilative. It is not feminine. It is not gentle. It is not feel good. It is exhausting. It can bring forth like, and you can go on a journey like.
Imagine it's like a workout.
Oh, it's like
Emotional and
like everything. It's all the things. But then you like what I've learned through the company I'm going through is that like intensity doesn't equal transformation, and so you can do more gentle ways that are more feminine and more like calling in that like divine energy and doing it in a more cyclical manner. So like it's more quiet, but with having the neurospicy, like I would have like all these different narratives in my head going all the time, and I'm sure you feel that too. So like even though you're having a conversation, if there's any lull in it, any point that you feel slightly bored, like you start another conversation, or like if there's other things you haven't dealt with, you might have that come in too. And so it becomes if you're a parent, it's kind of like the mom, like all those parts of you want to be seen and they want to be heard, and so they're trying to get your attention. And so the breath gets us out of our minds and out of the ego and out of the thoughts.
yeah.
And it gets us into our body.
Yes.
So that we can be aware of, do I have a pain in my back? Do my shoulders feel heavy? Does it feel like I have 1,000 pounds on my chest and I can't breathe? Do I have a pain in my foot? Like, where am I feeling it in my body? How does it feel in my body? And what is my body trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Like, do I need to walk away from something? Do I need to let something go? Like, and the experience is different for different people. Like, so some people see shapes, some people see colors, some people just like sleep. Like, I've literally seen somebody sleep. Like, it's not
doing breath.
like the intensity like doesn't equal, like I said, the transformation. So it's like whatever needs to come forward is gonna come.
That's cool.
Can you kind of tell us like what? So are you taking classes to train and teach other people?
Yeah, so I'm
to
considered
specify
a
first.
facilitator.
Yes.
So
Okay.
so my job as a facilitator is to set a container. So to set up like the music and the journey that you're gonna go on while you're
Okay.
breathing. And then basically it's really to hold space. I do if they're open to it, Reiki, also
Yeah.
some energy work.
Yeah.
But it's a really, the person breathing is the one doing the work. The person breathing is the one having the experience.
Yeah,
I'm
it's very
just
close.
witnessing.
It's very
Or
personal.
literally just
Yeah.
holding space for this to happen.
Wow.
Yes.
And then as they reintegrate back in, like holding that space for them to process and
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
and helping them process that
Yeah.
because it can be a journey for a lot of people. Like, and as with any sort of spiritual therapies, like anything, talk therapy, whatever. There's a lot of different therapies out there. There's ketamine therapy. There's like the psychedelic therapies. There's breathwork therapy. I think that all of them can be just as moving, or like it better for some people versus other practices. And I think breathwork doesn't get enough voice. I think it needs to have more. I honestly wish that they would teach elementary school kids breathwork and PE. Like, I think that should be like a primary thing, at least minorly.
like almost
what
that
I
we
mean?
revisit throughout our life.
Yeah.
Because like human beings are the only animals that after we experience trauma, we don't like violently shake and almost like
Well, sometimes.
bulls have like a
Yeah.
what do you call that? Like a seizure.
Seizure.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like any other animal
Yeah.
on the planet, if they go into fight or flight and they have a traumatic,
Yeah.
they will instantly go into this like shake and they'll shake it off. We don't do
Because
it.
we can't
Push it
actually,
down.
Yeah.
We take it in, we push it down.
Yeah.
We take it in, we push it down.
Even if some people do still
And
react.
so it sets in our central nervous
Yeah.
system. So when we do the
Society,
breath work, it opens up, it
Yeah.
resets our central nervous system.
Wow.
So,
So-
do you only do one person at a time in your courses, or to allow that space singularly for them, or does it vary? What does that
So you
look like?
can, so I do groups sometimes, and the group breath work ends up being different than one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, because you're breathing into a group energy.
Yeah.
So I always think it's like really awesome.
That's what I was gonna ask.
And especially like when we do like little workshops, like it's just getting people together and allowing them to like tap into themselves safely and to others' energy, and everybody feel empowered.
I think that's
Lift
very
it up.
nice.
It's so
Honestly,
beautiful.
and
Like,
not to be a zero way, but I feel like that kind of brings us back to our roots as humans. Like around a fire, breathing. Like, it's like we don't do that anymore.
but we were like literally given this power within our body.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so many things we can do, like go out and get first morning light. That helps us. We can take our shoes off and ground.
I open my curtains every morning.
It really is a thing.
It's a little
like,
thing, but
it's like little.
different than going out.
We have these things available to us that can make us feel better. I've been off of antidepressants for 5 years. I mean, I used to be on like 5 different medications. Like I have fibromyalgia, like the pain. I'm not on pain medicine anymore. Like,
You feel like feeling
but it
good,
was
or-
non-negotiable for me. Like
Yeah.
I did it for 3.5 years,
Yeah.
every 2 weeks for 2 hours, non-negotiable. Like I missed maybe 3 times in the whole year. Like it was not a.
Yeah.
So, but that set a good practice for me
I
to
love
like
yeah, that's commitment.
make me like. And then at the end, when I saw so much transformation, and my husband saw the transformation, my kids and like friends, and they're like, "You can help people."
Yeah.
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 Because I know I have that felt sense of like,
You definitely do.
like
You definitely do. I can feel it. It's radiating. I can feel it. I'm absorbing it already, and I haven't even done breath work with you. Just talk work.
So Sovereign Inhale was born before you even had a name for it. So when did you realize what was actually happening inside you going to become something you'd like to offer to other people?
well, I didn't really make it official until my breathwork gal was like, okay, I'm moving to California.
Oh, okay, so this
And
is the leap.
so, like, yeah, it was a necessity. Like, I felt like a necessity, but it was also like I'm turning 49, and I'm willing to work into my soft life.
You do
Like,
not look 49.
Thank you. My daughter's 27. I have a 27 and 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or turning.
You were like non-aging beautifully. You know, I don't even want to say aging beautifully because you're non-aging beautifully.
Well, I'm looking at my mom. Yeah, my mom looks really young too. But yeah, I just
Saw that breath work. Hit her
yeah,
up.
it really it really knows how.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
That's okay.
No, but yeah, so it was looking at what can like a combination of human design and breath work where I can coach and work with people and maybe have it be mobile. I don't have to necessarily own a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
I don't have to own a ton of color to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
That
yes.
feels more soft
Yeah.
than having tons of.
It's your insight. You're selling your knowledge and your experience and your passion.
Yeah.
And you're providing it for people that are gonna benefit. So what does that look like when it's mobile? Do you meet people at their home?
Oh, well, I do it virtually. So,
Okay.
like,
Wow.
people can get on with me. And I actually, when they schedule it, I have an email that I feel like shows pretty good pictures about, like, how to set up their area. Because, like, I need to be able to see, like, kind of your face and your chest area.
Yeah.
That helps me with facilitating.
If you're doing it correctly or not.
Right. Well, yeah, and you can't really not do it correctly. Like, your body, even like I can suggest a breathing pattern, but your body may be like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's too triggering, right?
Yeah.
And like, if I offer it a couple times and you go back to the same thing, your body's like
It's naturally
speaking,
supposed to.
and that's what it needs to do. So, like, yeah, but.
So I'm like, if I wanted,
Mobile. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, I do virtual. So, I do a virtual group and I do virtual one-on-one.
okay,
That's cool.
And then I do, like, right now, I'm doing one-on-one for practicum. So it's still free right now. All of my stuff right now is still free because I'm in classes. So,
that's amazing. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, my mom and I would love to. I bet she would love to do this with me, with you.
but yeah, we could totally do it.
But I would think that would be so fun if we could all four do it together, like in person. Sometime.
Oh, yeah. We could do it at the Hive. I've got a
Oh,
spot.
wow. Oh, that's so cool.
And
set up
we
for
have
me,
to
yeah.
plan one within
Yeah.
the next like 6 months. That would be amazing. I'm gonna need it after like all my traveling and
So,
stuff.
like, I really like the idea because I'm an entrepreneur and I like working with other entrepreneurs. And I feel
Yes.
like there's a lot of women putting together, like, different retreats and, like,
Yeah.
days and stuff like that. And I would love
Absolutely.
to go in and facilitate
For
the
yeah.
group.
Yeah. I bet you
That's part of that.
definitely
I
could
think
benefit
that would be
from.
awesome. I think someday at some point I'd like to donate time for, like, moms that have babies in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Because,
That's a
like,
great idea.
it's so important to calm yourself.
Yeah.
That's a
and
great
have
idea.
everything be so, and you're like up here because you don't know what's gonna happen, but
Right.
you need to be down here
Right.
grounded. And I just think that would be precious.
That
I mean, I have
would
lots
be
of-
great. I have an idea for an upcoming baby shower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not mine.
Just
But-
or mine.
Yeah. No.
Or mine.
Nobody here. So let's talk a little bit about that soft life. You've used the word. I've heard you use this a lot. Permission, a lot in giving yourself permission. Who were you waiting for permission from before you gave it to yourself?
Ooh.
Everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I put everybody, like, when I always did core values, and I would always tell you and die on the cross that loyalty is my number one core value. But honestly, it wasn't, because the one person in the world that I should have been loyal to was myself. And I was the one motherfucker that I is not loyalty.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
Sorry,
can
that-
you say that loyalty is your key value, your core value, right? And
Yeah.
are you living to that?
That's so humble of you to say.
Because I wasn't.
So
I was
I
not.
totally
I would
get that.
abandon myself all the time to be
Yeah.
loyal to other people. But what was I teaching?
But see, I tell you, because in past times, you know, I feel like it was me, like it was a part of me not giving myself permission. Well, the other part was what too. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh no, I grew up a people pleaser and I'm a recovering people pleaser. So giving myself any kind of permission was like, and so no, it's taken a lot of therapy for me too, and just for me, again, it's come down to the people that I've surrounded myself with, and like figured out, yes, I can give permission, and being surrounded with people saying, hey, what do you want? Like, I have a husband that asks me what I want now,
Yeah.
which, you know, I'm pretty sure besides you, Rachel, and besides my friend Julie, and some other girlfriends that I've had in my life, this is the first time that I'd ever actually been asked that. Like, my parents never asked me what I wanted. They told me what I was gonna do,
Yeah.
you know. And then if I argued with my parents, they
told you
I was
wrong.
Oh yeah, that's the light part of it.
I think that's where like some of my guilt probably comes to as well as just like, you know, for some reason there's something under there. It's like, am I always doing something wrong? Even when I'm not, like I ask you all the time, you know, even when I'm just being myself, I was like Jen, like, oh, was I too much? And she goes, you were fine. Everyone loves you.
You are not
Everyone-
ever too much. And I always
hurts my heart that she
laugh
asks
too loud.
And-
You are too much. You talk too much. You have too many opinions.
Yeah, or like, oh, you're being too silly, or you're being too nice, or oh, you're being too this or that, and so there is still that small voice, but having great supportive friends like Jen and Linda, everybody, and just like growing internally, like it helps build this amazing wall of just like it's so that part of me is getting smaller, still recognized. I give that part what it needs, and I put it where it needs to go, and I say, I'll tuck you in. Let me know if you need
I love
anything.
that.
And
Like parenting, gentle reparenting.
I basically do that to little parts of myself. I say, okay, like I understand you're feeling upset right now. Like let me give you what you need, and then go back to bed. Go back.
I even cup my
That's
face
what I do.
sometimes, and like especially coming out of breath work, because let me tell you,
I bet a lot comes out.
like I have felt tears that I felt like came from underneath my toenails. What? Come all the way, and it felt like almost I was purging a black cloud of just like almost like generational sorrow, and like just like my entire family has always been women that worry, and that was like what we were supposed to. That was our role in life, was to
Great.
worry
What a
about
family crest.
every inevitable or uninevitable thing that could possibly happen. And it's horrible, but there's been so many miscarriages and so many different things with women, and I'm just like, is that because
You worried. Yeah, you carried all that worry.
all those negative energy things
agree.
to us? So like, I am not gonna worry about the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I only want to live it once. That's it.
Yeah.
You can have it just what?
You only get one time around this merry-go-round.
That's right.
Like,
So when my brain starts saying, "Well, it could happen," and I was trying to be gentle and be like, "It could happen," but it could also be like
it could also be great.
unicorns.
And-
I'm gonna go for that.
Yeah. It'll only hurt you twice if you worry about it now. Easier said than done. I'm a known spiraler.
I have a song for you.
I'm a known spiraler.
This has been incredible, and I love that. Like I've known you've been doing my hair since before my wedding, which is this weekend. That'll be 2 years, which is crazy.
I know, and I remember, I think it was months ago that you mentioned, you told me she was getting into it, or has been getting into it, been doing it for a while. And because I brought something about it. And I was like, oh man, I'll talk to her. And now finally, full circle, we're finally.
Well, cheers to that. I love
Cheers.
that.
I love all of the conversations we've had. I like don't want it to end. I think this has been an amazing episode.
Well, and, you know, the cool thing is we can always do a part 2 down the road too.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
sort of
yeah, we're
further
gonna
into
have to.
things.
I'm
That
gonna
would be
talk about
amazing.
same and design.
That would be amazing.
And we're gonna be breathing together, hopefully.
Yes.
I mean, we already are, but you know what I mean.
So do you have, how can people learn more about Sovereign Inhale and of course
Yes.
color therapy?
So I did actually, I have a website, Sovereign in Hell, and it's still like it's open but it's a little bit under construction because I'm still like putting together offerings and stuff. But it takes to the booking page,
Nice.
you know,
That's
to
perfect.
book like virtual or
And how to contact
in
you.
person.
So if they have any
Yes.
questions or anything.
yes.
Perfect.
Very nice. And are you having social media for it as well? Or
Yes, so it's under Sovereign in Hell.
Okay, very good.
Instagram.
Yes, we'll have it in all of our show notes.
Yes, we will, as well as, of course, color therapy.
Yes.
All this is going down today. Yeah, so thank you so much for being on and letting us take over your awesome salon.
Yes, we are here in her salon. I don't know if we mentioned that. We are here in color therapy,
Yes.
and we are here with a view that she lovely provided.
Yes, we love it.
And with these nice little fun glasses, and
So much.
right off of Douglas.
Yeah, right off of Douglas, right across the street from NASCAR Park. Come look for her. We have, you know, it's funny. We have a lot of things coming up, but we have a lot of things that we don't have dates for yet.
Yes. So
We are planning. Well, we're going to start planning. I feel like it's going to be an anniversary party, and we have Miss Giovanna Vu of Vu Events helping us in the infancy of this situation.
oh my goodness.
Also, we got an exciting email this morning. I'm not going to say from who, but we officially have our first sponsor.
If you're listening, you know who you are. We love you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so thanks for having. We're really, really excited. If you guys want to keep on this amazing journey with us, we'd love to have you. So please subscribe on YouTube. If you like what you're hearing, please write us some reviews wherever you feel like doing that.
Don't forget to buy some merch.
Visit our merch store. First of all, put the links in the show notes for you guys. And thank you guys, of course, for listening.
Yes,
as always.
and don't forget to support our lovely guest, okay?
Yes, Miss
Okay.
Jennifer Short.
Cheers.
Cheers. So this happened.
This happened. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.